So I've been wanting to upgrade the radiator in the Miata here for quite some time now. Unfortunately, nice radiators for this car go for over $400. It's just quite a lot. So I've kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And it's a good thing I did, because I went on Facebook Marketplace one day and I found, hold on, I have to go get it, this, which is a Koyorad for this car. So this lightly used radiator only cost me $150 for a name brand Koyorad. Isn't that rad? Okay. For an additional $30, I also picked up this, which is a cooling panel. Just kind of goes in something like that. Pretty similar to the cooling panel I just took out of the XRS a couple months ago. Got the drain pan here, and let's see if we can find where to drain the radiator. It's got to be this thing, right? Oh, all right. It's starting to drip. Good. Okay. 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 Yep. Coolant is coming out. Oh, okay. All right, there that goes. Well, it drains real slow out of there, which is probably a good thing, so this doesn't splash everywhere, which I was kind of worried about. It's probably a good thing I'm replacing all this, because it looks like this cap might be going bad. This here looks like coolant that's probably found its way out from the cap, so probably the cap is not doing too well. Oh, okay. There we go, releasing the cap. Looks like it's draining more. There we go. Yeah, now it's coming out in full force. And we'll just let that do its thing until the coolant runs out. My hot air intake here is in the way of all this stuff, so I'm gonna pull this off. Now we can pull the fans, and the stock fans are going to stay. I'm not going to upgrade them today. Just the radiator. We'll do fans at another time. This radiator hose is in my way, but look at the fun new tool I got. This is supposed to work better than pliers, so let's see. Yes, I can confirm that is much better than using pliers. That is fantastic. Good tool this is. It's nice to have the right tool for the job. And the radiator is out. Easy as pie. Did make a little mess all over the floor, but I've wiped it up already, so we're good. This hose up here was a massive pain. Really stuck on there. As you can see, it's gone. And the one on the bottom is gone as well. And as you can see, there's a lot of gunk all over that one. So I'm going to make sure that's all cleaned up and this is all cleaned up so the new hoses don't get stuck. Going with these silicone hoses should pair nicely with the new radiator. I also moved all the rubber mounts over to the new one from the old one right here. I'm also gonna have to get a couple new bolts for this side radiator fan. That was this one here. These ones were too rusted and are stuck in there. It's easier just to get new ones. Interestingly, with the radiator fans, one, the fan blades look different. This one's only got 4 blades and this one's got 5. The other, this is the main one, and that's plastic, but this one, the one that comes on when you turn the AC on, is metal. Kind of interesting they make it out of 2 different materials, or maybe one of these is aftermarket. I don't know. And now we can throw our nice new radiator in there. Right, so the previous owner had been working on this little air duct thing, kind of like another cooling panel on this side, and this is running into this on my car, so I guess he didn't have air conditioning because the previous owner of this was using his car as like a track toy, so he probably deleted the AC. Meanwhile, this is not going to work for me because I have AC, but doesn't really matter. It's just 2 screws and it just comes out. Okay, let's try that again. Does this radiator not fit if you have air conditioning? Because it's running into it there. It also looks quite high up. Does the hood even close? Look, the hood's gonna run into it. Oh, maybe not. My issue is that this part of my AC condenser is running into the radiator. I actually damaged it a little bit there. It's running into it right there. So what I've done is taken out these rubber grommets, or maybe rubber isolators. These kind of slid in between this mounting point on the car and the condenser itself. And since this is made of rubber, when there's any vibrations, it goes through this and doesn't vibrate the whole AC condenser. So what I've done is remove that, and now the AC condenser can go in a little bit more, and that should give me enough space to mount the radiator nicely. Third attempt. Hopefully this time it'll go in. Okay, it's looking good so far. It's much further forward. Yes, okay. Nice. And the lower hose is in. There it is, right there. Now we'll throw the fans back in. Since some of these old bolts don't look so good, I just went and got new ones from the hardware store. And there it is, check it out. That's pretty much fully installed. It just needs some finishing touches, plugging in stuff and whatnot. Really not liking how much of a gap there is between the fans and the radiator. That's not great, but that's okay, because that probably will get fixed when we install a new aftermarket shroud, which I plan on doing later on when I do the thermostat rerouting. I didn't do that this time because Flying Miata was out of stock and I just wanted to throw the radiator in. Before we throw that in, there's one more thing that I forgot to mention that I was going to install. Here it is, new overflow tank. And one last important thing. Shall we try to get the cooling panel in? I think we should. Well, I'm not one to give up so easily. I don't know, it doesn't look like it's even supposed to fit this car. These corners here do not clear the little corners here of the headlights at all. You can see it there making contact. I have to wonder if this is even for an NB. This may be for like an NA or something. I'm not sure. I mean, this only cost me 30 bucks. I could try and modify it to fit, but I can't be bothered to do it right now. We'll tidy everything up, throw everything back together, fill it with coolant, and then we're back on the road. Alrighty, should we go for a drive? I'm feeling we should go for a drive. Alright. This is my first time messing with this camera, so forgive me if the POV is not quite perfect. I'm gonna record my revving clip first, just over here. Maybe I should be recording that underneath the street light over here. Whatever, it's fine. A few revs. I love this muffler I threw in it. It sounds so much better than the muffler delete that I had a few years ago. That sounded terrible. Annoyingly, I don't think I can do a full 1-2 pull because my second gear synchro is no good. I'll see if I can get a clip of that for you guys, of that second gear just grinding. It sounds terrible. I want to get my camera as close to the line so that when I go by, it looks fast. I didn't even get up to 60. This car is so slow. It's the slowest car I own by far. Oh, we need the turbo on it bad. And I need to get rid of that hot air intake. That's probably not doing it too many favors. Alright, we'll go left here and I'll do a little pull, and now you will see the bad synchro I'm talking about. Maybe. Or it'll shift perfectly and I'll look like a dumbass. Yeah, there it is. Anyway guys, that's gonna be the end for this video. Radiator install is a success. It has not overheated on this drive, which is very good. I'm very happy with that. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.